Friday, November 7th, and I know it's early. So I just thought we could have a little bit of a chew here. Um, Hope you guys are doing well out there. And so I'm going to be honest, I don't really, this is going to be more commentary, and I'm going to try to just be as candid as I can be. But I just wanted to check in with you guys, and I'm going to try to do maybe a week wrap up or something like that. But I just want to talk about the rhetoric and this whole dialectic situation. And I do want to talk about SNAP. I want to talk about the volley or the rally that goes back and forth regarding SNAP benefits. And for those of you that are new to this channel, I strongly suggest for your own for the balance and for the competence of a conversation, please don't come in here edifying me about SNAP and and about corruption, because I don't think anybody that's not been living under a rock is aware. You got to be smoking your own shoes or living under a rock if you don't know that corruption exists. But it's not only been evident or proven evident, or that there's empirical data that it exists with SNAP programs. It exists in every institution that we have. So I'm just saying, I don't, come in like you want, but also just realize, shout out to Derek C. Williams, who says, I don't discuss things that I haven't looked into, or no, I don't. And here again, I just want you to know this. I'm not a person that comes in here to profess that I know everything. No, I don't know everything. I might know a little bit about a lot of different things, but I don't know everything. And no one can know everything, which is why some of the mindsets out here it's so ludicrous, which it's ludicrous charades that people are even still participating in this. These people think that a slogan, "Make America Great Again," is winning an election, or depriving people who actually are not freeloaders, you're actually winning. That's the win that Trump promised you. People that supplement their income, or they're being the surrogate parents for some of these children that don't have full-time parents, or have derelict parents, you think that's a win? No ma'am, no sir, no, thank you, but no. Good morning to everybody. I'm sorry, I'm coming in a little bit hot this morning, because the kind of things that you hear, the people on this whole right conservative type paradigm, the Seven Mountain Mandate people, they're really starting to get me in the flesh, is what's happening here. And I just can't, really hold back anymore. So that, just playing with people's lives, I'm just going to say, I'm saying this because you have everybody from TSA down to, what do you want to call them, illegals, that whether they have SNAP benefits or not. The problem is that they've created this whole narrative in which they want you to think there's a true left and right, or, oh, it's us against them. And which us are you referring to? Are you referring to the illegals? Are you referring to the Dems? Are you referring to the elite? I mean, who are you talking about? I mean, what are you standing on right now? You should have already melted in your own goop by now. And you have all of these. We have this government, or this Congress, that we pay so that we can all continue to be out here like slaves. Okay, give me a break. I mean, I'm just saying, it just gets to be so. They want to get on here and tout about, oh, well, he's lowering prescription drugs on GLP-1s and diabetes and insulin and blah 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 blah. Well, I'm telling you, it's real shilly out here. But I'm just saying, I just think things are gonna get so much worse than 2019, 2020. I'm gonna say hi to everybody in here, because I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm on one today. Good morning, Marcy T and Freedom's March. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Realize. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you guys for loving on that like button. That's what it's, I don't require it, but you know the dynamics of this channel. This is I don't even know if we should call it social media anymore. And Flying Guillotine is here. Nice to see you. But I'm just saying, are you really that naive to think that everybody that is receiving, not to you guys, for these masses, for some of these conservatives, some of these, you know, people that tout that they're so Christian and that they're so God fearing, they're so God loving, they swear up and down that everybody that's ever taken anything from the government is some type of leech or some type of mooch or some type of louse. I am so sick of that. It's not. I mean, if you guys seen some of the coverage, I don't trust all the media that I see, but you have soldiers that are in these lines in Texas. You have people that actually work for the government that need these actual benefits right about now. And so, but then you have Trump. Oh, he said on Truth Social 2 days ago that the SNAP benefits, he starts talking about, he's criticizing the program under Biden. But SNAP benefits weren't invented by Biden. Okay, if it was so disastrous, it could nobody could figure out anything before now, a better way to serve people who might actually need benefits. I'm just saying it's just really ridiculous. And I've even heard people getting criticized for not referring to him as their president. Well, you got to be human first. If you want to withhold something, you've got money for wars, you've got money for chips, you've got money for semiconductor projects, you've got money to bail other countries out, you got money for everything. You've got money for everything. But you can't even, I mean, I'm sure, why don't you guys why don't you do a census, or do some type of analytics on who actually needs these actual benefits, instead of putting these people in the middle of this BS, which they're going to use to usher us into a whole nother system. This whole Make America Great Again thing, I'm sorry, but that's a lie from the pit of hell. And I just want to shout out Mr. Pearson. He said it 1,000 times. How in the hell can you make something great that you don't own? How can you do that? But then you figure out how to do everything else, but you can't figure this one out. And then you got your shilly little base and your shilly little social media pundits running their mouth and putting down they're so American, they're so patriotic. They spend all their time putting people down that's actually served them. Do they realize that they're putting people down that have actually served them on some level, whether they were a TSA agent, whether they were flying them to their dog and pony shows down in Florida, or the Turning Point USA events? I mean, the unmitigated gall of these people. I just had to say something about it, because they're going to just keep playing with these people's lives until they get their little paid actors out here and have everybody fighting in the streets. That's what they're waiting on. I told you guys not too long ago, I did cover a piece on the Pentagon already training the QRFs to go into every state. What do you guys think they're training them for? They want them trained by January 1 of 26. Do you think they're trying to quell this? Do you think they're really trying to cool this down? I guess we'll see today. Maybe I'll be eating crow. I don't know. Let me just hang on here. I'm going to get some of these comments here. It's more like a rant this morning. I'm just saying that the hypocrisy is just, it's too much. It's way too much. And then I think, to my point, is when people come in here and want to educate me on SNAP was created for blah, 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 and people are taking advantage of it. Well, we've all been taken advantage of. You want to get serious? What are you talking about? What program has not been taken advantage of? Do I think it was solely built for people that need it? No, I don't. I think it was a part of the pivot strategy, the Calvin pivot strategy, to get people hooked on the government dependence, to marginalize people, to get them under control. And you control people through their gut. And you have the queen America's Marie Antoinette. Nancy Pelosi allegedly announced her retirement with her whole romanticized video, a 6-minute video about how she loves the people of San Francisco and the West Coast, and how they're so innovative, and how they embrace technology, and how they are, how they are the groundbreakers. And I mean, hand me a bag. Hand me a bag. I don't know how they can watch that. But I mean, she was installed for the time such as this. All of these people were, even some of these social media creators, they were installed for a time such as this. They don't care about anybody. They've enriched themselves. To me, a lot of people. Trump, is he even human? I mean, whew, I'm probably gonna get seared on this one. But I'm just saying, to say that uh, when the radical left Democrats open up government, I'm sorry, folks, but if you haven't seen, to me, you got the real. It's interesting that people have accounts on what the former Twitter, the real Donald Trump. You got the real Donald Trump right now. You got the real one right now. He's going to hold your benefits up over the radical left dialectic. That's what he's going to do. He's saying he's going to do it. 1 minute he's going to do half. Next minute he's not going to do it. Which one is it? You've got these judges. Oh, well, he's going to have to do it by Friday. So we'll see today. I don't know. I'll come back for sure. If I'm wrong, I'll come back. Hey, we learn, right? We learn. Sometimes we don't know what we know. We don't know what we don't know until we know it. Okay, so I'll probably come back today. If you guys have anything you want to drop in here, go ahead and do it. You guys also feel free to drop your links in here. Marcy T. Let's see. So if you don't do what they say, they can turn off your card. Yeah, well, they just want a reason. They just want a reason either for, like I said, we're getting ushered into a new world, whether they want to say it or not. We would call it new world order. I've already said this before. The formal world has passed away. It passed away in 2019/2020. It did. And now they're getting ready. It's like, to me, it's like a 5-year cycle. They're getting us ready for what they want. The global, the WEF, the UN, all of those agendas, I think, have been expedited. Okay. So I think by 2030, they want things in a certain way. So they've got to get, I don't know how long before they usher in the UBI. I don't know. But I'm just saying that this is not, another thing is this is driving me a little bit nuts, is that when you watch some of these stories and the news coverage, because all these newscasters and commentators on the news, they just want to be your friend. They just want to help. They talk about, they're not going to be able to shop, and they're not going to be able to do their traditions of man and Christmas and holidays. I mean, is that the world that we live in? I'm just asking. Freedom Smart says, what the court's going to do? They don't run the enforcement arm. No, they don't. No, they don't. It's just, there's fatigue. Okay. Somebody referred to it, was Mr. Pearson, that referred to it as political fatigue. No, I don't have political fatigue. I had a political lens. I had 2 political lenses, and I put both of them down, and I just call BS on everything. Anything. Because if you put all these people next to something that already smells bad, it's all BS. Red team, blue team, even some of these other organizations, they're all just, it's lucrative. It's a business for them. Social media is a business. YouTube is a business, and it is more lucrative, and it's more profitable for people to push what I think is a religion. Left, right, that's a religion to me. If you don't believe, you say something about their hero or their God, we're going to come after you, or the lake of fire for you. Hey, he's not my God, so let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn and sizzle. Okay, I cannot with these people. I'm just saying. They're gonna just keep pushing the same crap. They're all gonna keep pushing the same crap. So I'm just saying, you have, and I think TSA, and I'm gonna say this for the record, okay? I don't know all I don't know all the union business, of course, about aviation, but I know everybody's not unionized. Everybody's not unionized. We can go down to pilots have their own thing, FAs have their own thing. I don't, like I said, I could get into air marshals, I could get into a whole lot, but I know that everybody is not unionized. They're not. But I'm just saying, you guys don't have a CBA. What did you guys put in place? What did you put in place from this, from the pandemic? What did you put in place for this? Furloughs will be the next thing they're going to do. Furloughs, or you'd be offered a severance package. Severance packages, furloughs. Do you want? Yeah. What do you want? Buyouts. The airlines will start offering buyouts. There will be furloughs. Probably the furloughs. They'll bump some people down. In aviation, you might go to the car. You might go to air cabin cleaning. I'm saying it's just a lot going on here. And like I said, I don't need to. I'm just saying that a lot of people, this might be the first time in some of these people's lives that they actually ever needed SNAP benefits. But this is the kind of stuff people don't like to talk about, because I think that the government, these right wing, these conservative people have shamed people for so many years, or whether some people might even say that's that little racist hack that they hide behind their Christianity until when it goes, they're more conservative than they are humanitarian when it comes to anybody taking anything from the government. They will tell you are a loser in a second, but they'll never admit that they know somebody that has applied for food stamps, or whether they've been on food stamps themselves. They will lie. They will lie. They will lie. They will tell you your whole life's work, you took food stamps when your household income went down to, your two-parent income went down to one person employed, or one person furloughed after being two people employed in the household. They will tell you that. And to me, I'm sorry, that is not, if that's what your idea of Christianity is, that's why people are running for the hills. We're not a part of your Christianity. So I appreciate you guys so much for coming in and for loving on the like button. So I'm just saying, I mean, I get it. I know what the Bible says about a man who doesn't work shouldn't eat. I get that. But we are part of a system that's so much greater than that. But it also says, the Bible also says that those who endure until the end shall be saved. So where is that? We have people, and I don't, if you guys are in here that know your scripture better than me, and some people know more Hollywood scripture than me, but you know what it says. But we have people half-ass quoting stuff too. It also says that people perish for lack of knowledge. But it's also because they reject knowledge too. They won't take you all the way. They'll take you to the edge, but they won't take you all the way. So I'm just saying, I could probably go on for hours, because for one, I've run into these types of people before in my lifetime. I've heard what they've said about other people. If you just life experience is all you need. Good morning. I've got some new people in the stream. I'm sorry, I'm ranting a bit, so I don't mean to neglect anyone. So let me just say hi to everybody once again. So Marcy T came in first. Thank you guys for coming in. Freedom's March, of course. I hope you're doing well out there. And I know we have realize. And I'm going to get to some of your comments here. Flying Guillotines here. Let's see. Marcy says he ain't doing nothing but ripping it down. Marcy T says, and we wouldn't need their drug programs if they didn't have childhood. You're right. That there again, they've got all the solutions for problems that they created. Like I said, if they didn't create problems, they wouldn't have a job. Okay, let's rip the Band-Aid off. So if you come in here, I'm probably going to rip the Band-Aid off. As a matter of fact, if you come in here, and I've already ripped the Band-Aid off. So that's why I I ask you to go check out the archives. Most of this stuff is on a cycle for me. It's on a cycle for most of you guys that are in here. We've seen all of this before. Okay. One party says, whoa, we beat Big Pharma. And then the other one is sucking up and cozying up to Big Pharma after the disaster in 2020. Crimes against humanity. Come on at me, YouTube. Go ahead. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let me just scroll through here just a second. I think I had a comment from Realize. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. At Noah GAD for you. I'm not sure who that is. But okay. Not sure who that person is. Sharia. I'm not sure who that is. But thank you for coming in. Let's see. Marcia G says, what are we going to do when they take away everybody's homes? Do they already have the internment? Oh, Marcy D. Hey, I'm going to read some comments here. Freedom's March says the MTG acts like she understands, but who knows? She's still a politician. Yeah, she's America First too, but yes, she's got some deals too. I think because I think Tatum has exposed the officer Tatum has exposed some of her deals that aren't quite America First, because he got a little bit of, he's getting seared about the whole Israel entanglement. And that's what I'm going to call it, entanglement. We're going to say escalation is our word around here. Realize says, this is how I know the entities are the seed of Satan, just by all the things they do. When you hate someone as much as the government hates us, this must be the case. Right on. You got it. She says also, these are crimes. Yeah, absolutely. And they have been. Just look who's at the table. Just see who, if you guys saw who was at the head of their, who was dining at the boss's table at the White House, you already know. This is Sparch. Oh my gosh. I'm just saying, these people are such liars and fakers. They're, like I said, lies from the pit of hell. Stop lying. Okay. We all need a detox. We need a detox pill is what we need. We need a detox pill. I'm just so, like I said, I'm sick of, I tell you guys about, I run these things, through my own little x-ray machine, but it's all a bunch of lies. It's a bunch of crap. They always, see, this is the thing about the left and right. They always whine about, well, big government. We need smaller government, lesser government. But then they send government in. Government, when government works for them, there they go. Oh, yeah, this is what you should be doing. And because Trump is there, you have to accept it, or there's something wrong with you. No, it's nothing wrong with me. No. I mean, it's spellbound. It's spellbinding. It's almost like if people are under a spell. It's another spell. Spell casting, spell binding. If you tell people things, tell people a lie long enough. That's why I say, I swear these guys take all the same psychology classes. You have to be schooled in rhetoric, lies, appealing to people's desires, appealing to the wants, the desires of people, being inclusive, all that inclusive language. Oh, it's us and us against them. And oh, you see how they broke down that the Iraqis, the Somalians, the Afghans, and these people were receiving food stamps not too long ago, right? You guys remember that? I put that on there. That came out of Newsmax. These are these benevolent, God-fearing people. They love the Lord. They love and hunger. They like to see people. To me, it's sadistic. It's pretty sadistic. And they're out here To me, it's almost like they're bearing false witness to say that somebody to have the tone that people are freeloading or somehow because it's SNAP benefits. Oh, you're going to the lake of fire for accepting those SNAP benefits, even though they're taking money out of your freaking paycheck. They've been taking it out for years. But what about these congressmen that sit on their bums every day? They're taking something from the system every day too. They're taking something, things you don't even know. You wouldn't even know what they've taken. You'll never know. But all you do know is that they're set for life by the time they come out of there. That's what you know. You do know. You know they went in, they went out, and they come back. They come back and land as a fallen angel. They rise to the top, and then they come back and they what was it? There's a hike that I've done before. It's really foreboding, foreboding for me. But it's Angel's Landing. They say when you go up to the top, when people are misfortunate, they land as an angel. That's the only way you come back down. If you don't come down the same way you went up. So with all that said, I appreciate you guys so much for coming in. And I'm a little ranty this morning. Marcy said, and then I'm going to get off of here and get out here with the rest of the, get out here with the rest of the Friday grooves. But Marcy T says, the beginning of their trickery that they took away, the ones that knew the truth first, they will not ever let us get the truth out totally. So we fight and fight and fight them with truth. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening to my rant. Like I said, I will come back and, chew even more chew later today. We'll see what happens. Because, these congressmen, these 500, 530 people, we'll see what kind of dance they're going to do today. Are they really trying to, I honestly, this is their ancient Rome 2.0, ancient Rome 2.0, corrupt, lazy. They're the lazy ones. They're the corrupt ones, not the people. Not the people, dare I say, excuse my language, not the shit poor people of this country that work and the middle class poor people of this country. It's them. They are the corrupt, lazy, fat, lazy ones. And then shout out to Realize, who says they call us useless eaters, but they're a useless government. Yes, they're eating off the fat that we provide. That's what they're doing, and they're calling themselves and enriching themselves every single day. While their paid shills and paid pundits push their religion out here, push this dialectic crap. That is a religion. None of these people are good. None of them. Okay, guys, with that says, and Marcy said, and how come every Congress, senator, government agent, when they leave office, their bank again? Yeah, they've got return on investment, big time. Big time. All right, guys, well, I appreciate you for tuning into the rant. Like I said, I'm not saying that I can't be edified or I can't be rebuked, but please check the archives. Like, don't come in here giving me on your SNAP high horse loser spiel. It won't work. It won't work. It doesn't work. It won't work. It doesn't work. Tell that to the people that are in TSA. Tell that to the people who are going down to one income. Tell that to some of these elderly people who have paid into the system, and that they are the ones that are being used as pawns right now. Tell that crap. Tell them your crap, and see where it takes you. But for now, guys, thank you so much. Realize, Marcy T, Freedom's March. I had somebody new to come in. Flying Guillotine was here. And let's see, Flying Guillotine was here. I was almost to get on Bill Gates, but I don't have the time. I don't. Okay, we have at Nilzaza 5498. Thank you so much for coming in, and thank you guys who loved on the like button. And I will see you guys later. Have a great start to your Friday, and we'll see what happens today. We'll wrap it up and we'll chew it up at some point this weekend. All right, guys. Bye for now.